Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We're drinking a beer. We are. We're drinking a beer. A beer, guys. It's a beer. We're drinking a beer, okay? We're drinking Dark Woods Porter from Paddock Brewing Company. This is 4.8% alcohol. It is roasty and toasty according to the back of it. Then we get really small lettering here, but because it's black lettering on white background, I can sort of get it. Water, malted barley, malted wheat, hops, and yeast. Contains barley, contains wheat. Okay. Please keep refrigerated. Enjoy responsibly. And Paddock is in Saskatoon. I didn't realize Paddock was in Saskatoon, to be honest with you. Now, I have had 2 Paddock beers in the past. I've had the 606 IPA and the Checkmate Pilsner. Both had great can art. They were bottle art, really, I believe. I believe they were 6-pack bottles that were bought from the beer store. But they both had nice art. And I can't say that I dislike the Paddock symbol, but that symbol always made me think that it was like out in a boondocky area, not in a city. I don't know why, because those are obviously like conical fermenters, not evergreen trees like I had originally thought. So this is 4.8% alcohol, so it is a lower percentage, but like this, right? Dark Woods Porter. No, look at all the trees. Look at all the trees. I haven't seen a lot of trees anywhere so far in Saskatchewan. And I drove several hours through Saskatchewan to get here. Well, not several hours, I guess, maybe like 2 hours, a couple hours, a couple and a half. Because it was 5 hours completely from Winnipeg to Regina. So, now I remember a story about these guys. They were open and they were like, business is really good. We keep selling out, so we think we have to close. And I'm like, what do you mean you have to? Well, we don't want our customers to be sad when they come and they can't get our beer. And I go, but that creates the hype for them to come to you to get the beer. And, so we found a way to expand, and we expanded, and we sold out again, so we closed. I'm like, but why? I'm kind of glad they didn't stay closed, because as much as 606 and Checkmate were not really my thing, I think they were partially not my thing because it took a long time for them to get on the shelf. They sat there for a while before I bought them. Okay. So we have a slight off-white to mocha head going on. Very nice, 2 fingers. Lots of snap, crackle, pop. I can hear it from here. So if I shut up, which is hard for me to do, but if I shut up, you might hear it. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Can you hear it now? Okay. Color. Actually, it is not as black as the black blood of the earth. That is a distinct, at least on this light, distinct ruby red that I can actually see my hand through. On this light, it is a little more along the mahogany brown type of note. Both of them, you can see it through more than just the bottom, but when I just hold it here without holding it close to the light, I cannot see through it as black as the black blood of the earth. But when you hold it up to the light, yes, you are getting some vision through it. Okay, I guess we got to sniff her out in a way. We got to sniff her out. Let's do the can first. You sure this is a porter? Because the roasty toasty on that just screams stout. Even the 4.8% alcohol could be like an Irish stout or something. Like, So, chocolate, coffee, roastiness, toastiness, burnt wood, caramel, cherry nibs. It smells amazing out of the can. Out of the glass, there's a roasty toastiness. That's about where it ends. Out of the glass, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee, a little roasty toasty. So let's try it. Cheers. Now, I'm not going into this one blind either. I do know what it tastes like because we drank one of these on the live stream on Saturday night. So as much as I go into almost all my reviews blind, I'd say 99.9% of my reviews I go into blind. And I mean, even if there is 15 reviews in a year that aren't blind, that's still probably 99.9% because I have over 6,000 reviews. So, I mean, though I go into them blind most times, sometimes I've tried it beforehand and I try not to, but it's what I grabbed. I grabbed one of those and I'm like, let's drink this tonight. And I must say I liked it. And it's 4.8% alcohol. There is a tobacco smokiness on the back end. There is a burnt coffee on the back end, and there is a charred wood on the back end. There's also a little bit of dryness as if you took one of those like oak tongue depressors and held it on the back of your palate. Gives you that dryness back there. So that's the back end portion of this. Now, the front and middle, which fade the fastest, to be honest. The back end is still there. The front and middle go away rather quickly. In the front, chocolate, coffee, and a little bit of that cherry nib. Middle, still chocolate and coffee, but now you're starting to get into that slightly burnt chocolate, like baker's chocolate, slightly burnt coffee. And then you get that finish. Very akin to a stout. It gives a very minimal amount of sticky lips. But it is a heavier bodied beer. It's fuller, it's richer. It's what I'd expect more so from a stout than a porter. A porter, I expect a porter to have a lot of the same flavors, but I expect it to be a lighter thing. Possibly, well, it's not really supposed to be roasty per se, but a lot of them are nowadays. But I expect all the flavors that are in this to be somewhat more muted. Now, this is 4.8% alcohol and it's very flavorful. So I'm kind of amazed at that as well because usually the lower percentage you go, the less flavorful the beer. I mean, it's not scientifically well, I shouldn't even say scientifically. It's not 100% accurate that is the way it goes, but a lot of times the lower the percentage, the less flavor you're getting, especially the less beer flavor you're getting. This thing is still punching you in the face with flavor, and I love that about it. I drink it, and I'm happy about drinking it. I drink it and I go, why couldn't this be my introduction to Paddock wood? Why couldn't this have been what was sitting at the beer store when we found it and we were like, we've never reviewed something from them before? Why couldn't it have been this instead of the 606 or the Checkmate Pilsner? And I know there was people from Saskatchewan that were mad at us about the Checkmate Pilsner and all that. And I'm like, look, it's older. It's not the number one beer style in Ontario. It's not what we care for. I don't get the anger. Now, I mean, yes, I get that we were very crude and very rude and everything else at the beginning. But I don't get the anger over, ooh, that cut was good. Oh, it went right under the nail, too. Okay, we'll put my Band-Aid back on. I don't get the anger that comes from somebody not liking the beer you like. I don't get it. It's not like I said all women deserve to die, or men with earrings or this, or I have them too. Don't worry. And it's not like I said something overly offensive. I'm like, this tastes like crap, because it did. It really did. Now, whether or not it would taste like crap if I drank it now, partially because my palate has evolved, or partially because I'm getting it fresher and hasn't been sitting in a beer store for 6 to 7 months, I don't know. But I don't think I'll ever know unless I find a mix pack with Paddock wood and that's in it. Then I might try it. But until then, I really like this beer. This was bought at District Brewing through their bruiser. So, I mean, I love that District Brewing has all these other... And I gotta go into District Brewing at some point and just see the place. I really do. Really enjoy this beer. What the hell's going on up there? Out of 10, that's a 9.25 out of 10. And what that means is it's too bad I just drank it all, because it's a porter dance. Maybe this will go on my OnlyFans. Yeah. Porter dance, motherfuckers. Bye-bye.